Hello once again, all my fellow comic heads. It's Matt, Comic Quarter 410, here to share with you some of the books that got signed on Free Comic Book Day. And I was able to get all the free comics I wanted except for the Boom sampler, but I'm not going to take the time to show all those. So I had a pretty good Free Comic Book Day, and I consider myself fortunate because within a 45-minute to an hour radius, there's like 5 or 6 good comic stores around here. And 3 of them had really good signings. I couldn't get down to Annapolis to the one, but I hit 2. My Polish shop is great too. They held the free comics that I wanted. They're awesome. But 2 shops in particular had some pretty good guest signings. And the first shop, I was able to get this Wolverine sketch done by Steve Conley, who is the artist and creator of Bloop, and he did some great artwork on IDW's Star Trek Year 1 series. If you're a Star Trek fan, I highly recommend picking up that series. But he was great. He wanted to do that for free, but I don't feel comfortable letting artists sketch for free, so I still give them something, or if they won't take it, I'll buy some stuff off them, or if they have prints or a sketchbook. But he was nice. He offered to do it for free. I gave him $20. And very nice guy. This shop also had J.G. Jones and Mark Waid there, and 2 of the nicest guys in the industry, in my opinion. I've met them a couple times, and they're just super friendly. J.G. Jones was nice enough to sign my Wanted number 1 for me. Signed my Wanted number 2. Got my 4 and 5 signed by him last year. And I got my Wanted number 3 signed. So now I have my entire Wanted miniseries signed by J.G. Jones. He also signed my Before Watchmen Comedian number 1. My First Wave number 1 he signed. I got it signed by Rags Morales last year at Baltimore Comic Con. And great cover there. Signed my First Wave number 2. Another amazing J.G. Jones cover. And my Red Sonja number 2. Stunning. Just classy guy. He had this amazing Batman and Catwoman painting. It was a lithograph, and it was, I think, $40 or $50. They were only limited to 50 copies. I wanted one, but I'd already spent a lot of money, so hopefully, if he still has them at Baltimore, I'm going to grab one. But being limited to 50, I doubt he'll still have one in September. But we'll see. Mark Waid was also there. He signed my Captain America 454. I believe this was the final issue before the reboot. Signed my Daredevil number 3. I got him to sign my 1 and 2 last year at Baltimore Comic Con. Signed my Daredevil number 8. Or did he? No, he didn't. I swore I took this. Oh well, such is life. So he didn't sign that one. But he did sign my Daredevil number 11 with the Punisher. Love that cover there. Paulo Rivera. Very happy this series came out. They had the subscription variant to Empire Uprising number 1. I'm a big fan of the original series by Mark Waid and Barry Kitson. And he signed this one. And had already had my Legion number 1 signed by Waid and Kitson, and I had 2 and 3 signed by Kitson, so I got Mark Waid to sign these as well. Big fan of this series. I know not a lot of people are. He was happy that I said that. He's a very polite guy. And he also said they're pulling him off Daredevil, but they're putting him and Chris Samney right on another superhero title at Marvel, and he said if you like what we did on Daredevil, you're going to like our new book. But he wouldn't tell me what the character was. Hopefully it's Moon Knight or Punisher or somebody like that. But we'll see. Anyway, Mark Waid also signed this for me. And last but not least, Mark Waid signed my Amazing Spider-Man 568, Part 1 of New Ways to Die. Very cool guy. The other store had a few artists. They had Sarah Richard, who she is mostly known for her work on My Little Pony. She did a Deadpool variant recently, and she did another Hasbro book, but it's escaped my mind. But She did a nice sketch for me and tried to do it for free, but I gave her some money and I bought her sketchbook as well. Very, very nice young lady. She also did this variant to Gem and the Holograms. Number 1, this is the subscription variant. She did this beautiful cover. You got her to sign that as well. And had a Star Wars blank. I just showed her, stack of blanks I had. I said, whatever you want to do. And she took this Star Wars blank and she did a sketch and watercolored it for me. Very cool. A sketch of Ayala Sakura. Beautiful. And she was just super nice. And again, I had to pay her for that. I thought that was awesome of her. Tyler Jenkins was there at this store signing. He's from Canada. He came all the way down to see us. He's the artist and I believe co-creator of Peter Panzerfaust, but I know he drew the bulk of the run, if not all of it. After talking with him, he's so cool. I'm going to break down. I'm going to buy the Peter Panzerfaust trades. Just a great series from what I hear, and I have not read it, and he was so damn cool. Definitely going to check that out. But anyway, I got Tyler Jenkins to sign my copy of Neverboy #1. And there was hardly any people there later in the day, so we were chatting, and I got him to do a sketch, and we were talking about horror movies, and he's a big horror fan, big metal fan. He likes Rob Zombie. And we were talking about The Devil's Rejects. And while we're talking, he's like, hey, do you want me to do you a sketch of Otis? I said, yeah, that'd be great. So while we were chatting, he did this sketch of Otis from Devil's Rejects. And again, he tried not to charge me, but I gave him some money as well. Very, very cool guy. I can't stress that enough. I talked to him for probably about 45 minutes. And last but certainly not least, writer Justin Jordan was there. And again, just a very nice guy. We had lengthy talks of Deathstroke and ninjas and monsters and Rob Liefeld. So he was really cool. Got Justin Jordan to sign my Dark Gods #1. Very Lovecraftian type of series. Really am enjoying this. I haven't read #2. I believe that just came out, but actually really kind of liking this. It's very inspired by Japanese cinema and anime, almost like a, what if the Fist of the North Star guy was alive, or Kenshiro, obviously. What if he was alive in current times or something? It's very cool. I dig it. We'll see where it goes from here, but this is issue #1 of The Legacy of Luther Strode, and Justin signed that. Trad Moore's drawing this, the guy who was on the new Ghost Rider series. Took my spread #1, got Justin Jordan to sign that. It's a very different series. I like that, not for the faint of heart. And I'm a big Deathstroke fan. I really liked his run, and this is what we were joking about. He got put on this book after Rob Liefeld was both writer and artist, and when they put Liefeld on it, I told my friend, I said, this book's going to get canceled, and sure enough, it did. And basically, they handed Justin Jordan a dying fish, and I think he did a great job closing this book out. But that was kind of what I joked. I was like, man, I thought, Lobo versus Deathstroke would be so great. Even Rob Liefeld couldn't screw that up, but I was wrong. And he was like, yeah, I kind of knew it was getting canceled. He's like, but it was cool because they were like, you can do whatever you want. And he's like, I handed him a plot about Deathstroke and ninjas, and they said go for it. And I liked his little run here, and this is issue 15 he signed for me. Issue 16 of Deathstroke. Issue 17. Issue 18. Really like the starkness of this cover. Good cover. And 19. This is a beautiful gatefold cover here by Juan Jose Rip. Highly underrated artist, in my opinion. Did some great work on Moon Knight as well. Excellent cover. And the final issue of Deathstroke, Justin Jordan signed for me, issue 20. So, had a good free comic book day. Hope everyone else did as well. Everyone, thank you for taking the time to stop by as always. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and enjoy your comic books.